as we pick back up here, you are all standing at the edge of the cornfield. You see the back of Khitan walk into the forest. He turns around and waves at you and continues down his own path towards home, Crocus. So, with him out of sight, Tyria turns to you all, and Tyria says, well, you got your seed, and honestly, he kind of looks around. I'm not interested in anything else. I don't care who my mother is. And, if I change my mind, I'll find you. But I can't stay next to, she looks down, Pegrid anymore. And the rest of you are not worth my time. Best of luck. And I'm taking this horse.
Okay.
Yeah, she's taking it.
And she turns on her horse. She kind of turns her nose up at you guys and rides off. But you actually notice her look back at you, and she kind of like just for a moment just pauses and looks at you. You can see a bit of maybe second thoughts, maybe a bit of sadness in the eyes, but she shakes her head and whips the horse to go faster and rides off south towards her home. So that leaves the 6 of you. And as you face towards Thebes, you have some options here on things you can do. One thing that you can also do, if you don't remember, I forgot to put this on your side quests. It's not really a side quest, more of like a turn-in quest. But you can bring pieces of that plant creature back to the farming family. They said they would reward you as well. They said they would reward you for finding what the guardian was and finding bringing back a piece of it. You can bring that if you'd like. What would you guys like to do? Feel free to talk it out. Fergus, you were good during the fight. I think you got a few good hits in on the scarecrows, and you even jumped on the back of the big monster too. So you did some cool shit. Dom is waiting off at the edge of the forest as well.
Yeah.
With your cart.
I don't mind. I honestly don't mind what we do. You guys can decide.
I definitely think we should bring a piece back to that family, just because they were so nice to us.
I agree.
Agreed.
They were really nice. So you guys grabbed some pieces of the scarecrows and some pieces of that plant creature and gathered them up, put them in a little leather bag, and head back towards the farmer's house. As you come over the hillside towards them, you do kind of walk past that windmill that you had gone past before, where the body of Lethrak is. He's dust now, but you walk past that windmill that you stopped in for a night and all that good jazz and kind of see all the same landmarks, so you find your way back real easy. And as you come over the hilltop, a few of them notice you, specifically one named Randy that you remember with the straw hat. He waves at you and waves you in. He says, "Hey, welcome back, folks! Oh, you lived!"
Yeah, surprised. We're still alive!
He said, he starts counting. "Did one of y'all die? I thought there were 7 of yous."
No, we lost a member, but not in the way that you're thinking.
They just got a little bit scared and ran away, but they're still alive and well.
Oh, I don't blame them. He kind of looks across at you. "Y'all don't look very hurt neither. Well, it's getting late. You all want to stay the night?"
Yeah, we have some things for you guys too. So, we're coming. We're coming.
Things for us, okay. Well, I'll take you back inside, and Liv will treat you up nice. And so he leads you back just like you had before. As you walk in the door, there's a triumphant cheer from the old men that are gambling at the table. One of them goes, "Well, howdy! hey, look at you, blue little fella, you lived. And he's pointing at Fergus, who gambled with them a little bit. And he says, you live enough to make some more money to lose to us? And he like bumps one of his older friends, and they all kind of chuckle at the table.
I have got. Wait, I need to open my character sheet. I forgot to open it.
Oh yeah, you're good. Make sure you guys open up Roll20 and D&D Beyond for any rolls that you want to make. Looks like Jinx, Moonsy, and Casey are in there.
Yeah, that's my bad. Listen, pal. I've done more than just survive. I've returned a very, very rich kobold. You don't need to worry about the balance of my bank account. But if you want, I will happily clear yours. I could go for hours now.
He chuckles. He chuckles. Well, I mean, I'm trying to take no money from a kid, but I mean, I will if you ask me to.
Okay. Well, I don't want to take any money from an old person, but if you ask me nicely, I'm happy to take it away from you.
Who you calling a dusty old ugly man?
Who are you calling a child?
Ooh.
Goes 2 ways.
I think you guys are projecting a bit.
Fight. Oh.
Oh.
He kind of scoots his chair back, and he goes in for like a handshake on you to like pull you to the gambling table. He says, "Get over here, you slimy little creature," and he pulls you over to the table, and you guys sit down and do some gambling together. So as that kind of interaction is happening, Liv comes out from the kitchen. Olivia comes out from the kitchen, and she pokes her head out, and she says, "Well, do my eyes deceive me, or is that the group that came here before? Look at y'all." And she looks you up and down. "A little dirt on you." She kind of comes up to Crocus and wipes some dirt off your shoulder. She says,
We're good.
I'm just cooking up dinner if y'all want to enjoy with us. And did I hear you brought something for us?
That would be lovely. Yes, we brought you guys some back some pieces from our fight, our battle.
Oh, so you saw the Guardian?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, come on. And she goes into the dining room where Fergus and the old men are gambling, and she says, Okay, now, put these cards away. Clear off the table. And the old men kind of scoot all the stuff down to the edge of the table, and you put the scarecrow parts, the plant parts on the table for them to see. And they all kind of look them over. They pick them up. They examine them. A lot of oohs and ahs. And she says, well, this information is so invaluable around here. Nobody's ever seen these things before. At least never seen them and lived. And she's picking up the different pieces. She says, well, how would you describe these creatures? What would you say they look like? What do they act like? Did they just attack you out of nowhere?
The crows, they were being controlled by crows. It was insane. It was unlike anything we've ever seen.
That's insane. That's wow. And she's kind of like moving the different pieces around. They all seem super enamored as they're all kind of gathered around the table. They're just regular farm folk. They're amazed by adventurers going out and doing crazy things. And this information for them will be valuable because they like telling stories, and people around these parts pay for good stories. So you're not sure what their plan is, but they ask if they can keep the pieces. And they also offer you a few things. So the one thing they offer is for you to keep your horses. So they offer for you guys to keep the horses that you had borrowed before, and also give you enough horses for the rest of you to ride on. So you all have a singular horse now that you can hold on to. If you would like to describe what your horse looks like, you totally can. You can make it up however you want, as long as it's not, some kind of crazy color. It's a regular horse, but it could have spots. It could have, a long or short mane. You can give it a name. It is your horse now. So you each have an individual horse, which is a pretty sweet piece of loot, if you ask me. And they're all trained as well, so you don't have to worry about having to, do animal handling checks or anything like that. They're all ready to ride and good to go. Along with that, you also are offered a family heirloom of theirs. They hand you a book, and it's a book of different farming practices. The way it's written, it looks like it's handwritten by the family. So, and they continue to add to it. But it seems like the last entry in the book was years ago. And Olivia says, "We've memorized everything in this book, and we have other copies. We want to give you this copy of the book, and it should let you be a bit more nature savvy for those of you that may not." So this book gives the entire party an extra +2 to their nature checks. So,
Nice.
giving you this book, all of your entire party is going to get an extra +2 to any nature checks that you make. And along with that, when it comes to harvesting, planting, cropping, making a gardening, any of those kinds of things, your characters, as long as you're in possession of this book, will have advantage on any checks to make those gardens and plants and taking care of those kinds of things. So, with that, I'll add that book to each of your inventories before the next session. So, and it'll automatically, you'll see the automatic +2 on your nature checks as well. So you won't have to remember to put those. I'll make sure it's on there for your character sheets. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
So yeah, that is the cool loot turn-in that you get for bringing these pieces back to the farmers. They're not crazy magical sorcerers. They don't have anything insane to give you, but they do give you some cool stat increases and some mounts, which is pretty nice. So with that, you guys enjoy your meal, get some nice rest. Fergus, you gamble with the old men for a while. Just roll me a d20, would you? In roll 20, do /roll and then lowercase d20, and let me know what you get.
12.
All right, so with a 12, you end up making 4 gold pieces off the old men over the night. So you can add 4
Cheers,
extra
you
gold
old
pieces.
bastard.
And they don't seem too happy about it, but it's all in good fun. You're not betting huge numbers. But for them, that's probably a lot of money. For four gold pieces is, quite a bit.
Yoink.
So, nice. With that, would anyone like to do anything else with the farmers? Ask the farmers any questions? Talk to them in any way? Anything you'd like to do? Egrid, Shisa, Crocus, Fergus?
I don't know. I've got my 4 gold unless anyone wants to eat some food or anything. But they've already given us some food. I think we should read the book. We should take a look through the nature book that they've given us.
Milady. I think I'm just going to pull out an instrument and play it softly in the corner.
Milady, would you mind signing the book for us?
She's honored.
I'd love to have your signature.
She's honored. She signs the book on the back page, and the rest of the family's willing to sign it too if you want them to.
Heck yeah!
Can I get the whole family to sign?
So it
would be an honor.
They're all super excited. They pull out their family inkwell that's got their insignia on it and their little quill pen, and they all sign the back page of the book. And there are some empty pages as well. You can write notes in the back of the book as well. But they all sign it like a yearbook, and they write you nice little notes. Like one of them says, "Best of luck on your travels. Love, Cindy," and it's one of the younger kids. Like Olivia herself, she says, "Thanks for your help in the kitchen. You're welcome here anytime. Much love." And yeah, so you get their family name. If you care about this, I'll tell you their family name. So she signs it Olivia, and then the family's last name is Wixon, Wixon, Wixon. And so you get a bunch of Wixon signatures of different names: Randy Wixon, Olivia Wixon, Clarice Wixon, Charlie Wixon.
I will never forget the Wixons. Thank you for your hospitality and bestowing this gift upon us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. And thank you so much for bringing your adventuring to us and telling us about your tales and being just overall kind travelers. You have been a pleasure to have here. So,
Oh, this family.
Can we just stay here for the rest of the D&D campaign?
We just spend the rest of the days farming. Only farms, let's go!
Only farms. So, anyone who would like to help with breakfast in the morning as you wake up, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Sometimes when you cook, you have to survive a little. It be like that. Oh, lordy.
Ooh. Oh,
these are good rolls.
Yeah! Let's go.
Anyone else want to, Eager, did you want to roll? You can if you want.
No.
Egrid would rather have an hour in bed.
Fair
She
enough.
can't reach the stove.
I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure. All right. So, with those rolls, your party for this day of travel that you're heading to, wherever you're heading to, for this day of travel, you're all going to have an extra 5 hit points with your rolls that you made for breakfast. So, eating a hearty breakfast, you give yourselves each 5 temporary hit points, which will be on top of your regular hit points. So, what I want you to do, everybody on D&D Beyond, where your character sheet is, up at the top right where your HP is, there should be a spot that says temp HP. Add 5 to that in the top right of your character sheet. If you're having trouble finding it, let me know.
Top left or right?
Top right.
Top right.
It's by your HP, just to the right of it. You should see a little temp box.
Ah!
Mhm.
Let's go.
So you can add 5 there. That cannot be healed back. It is like a shield. So once it's gone, it's gone.
Ooh.
All right. So with that, you wake up in the morning, you have a hearty breakfast, you get a nice buff. And what would you guys like to do? What storyline would you like to follow? From your side quest or your main quest, whatever you'd like to do. I'm open to anything. I've got plans for it all, so anything you want to do, you just tell me.
Ooh.
If you want me to railroad you, I can. Just tell me, hey, tell us where to go, and I can make a decision for you, but I'd rather you guys do it.
This is the spot where it would be best and try to find the slave drivers, right? Because we're like closer by.
It'd be a good time.
Yeah, I was thinking we do that.
Who's got the runes? The Book of Runes or whatever it's called. I can't remember the name.
does. Susu's
Neffy,
character.
okay.
Yep. So and she's with you.
Okay.
Banger.
Do we? I can't remember. Do we understand the runes or not? We've got like a translation sheet, but we don't understand the whole book, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'll ask Neffy if I can try and decipher some of the names on the sheet and see if I can extract any extra information from the diary or the notebook, and see if we have sort of any insight, I suppose.
She says, "Oh, okay," and she unwraps the book and hands it to you. Just remember that when the book's open, you've been warned that they can hear you. Whoever's on the other end of the book, like, can hear you.
Hey, Buck! No. Fuck you, Buck! Do we reset our health when we start?
Yes. If you were damaged in the last fight, everyone go ahead and hit long rest. In the top right, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit long rest.
Awesome, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. Everyone, I'm gonna open this book. I'm gonna need a few minutes while I think about what everything says on here. But I'm gonna have to ask you all to be quiet because remember, they can hear us on the other side, and we don't want to give them any. We want to keep the element of surprise. We want to jump them. Right. So, like we're in the library studying for our finals. Everyone just. Shh.
All right.
Right.
So you open it up, you take your cheat sheet that you were given, and you will roll me a... you're going to roll me a intelligence check. So the top left of your character sheet where it says it's got all your stats, like it says strength, dexterity, whatever. The little number under intelligence, click on that. It should roll an intelligence check for you. Perfect.
What?
It's perfect. He rolled a natural
Oh.
1.
Fergus, baby. Oh, it's okay. Oh no.
looking at the book, you look over at the cheat sheet, you look at the book, you actually get a headache looking at it. And you go, "Yep. Yep. Yep." And then you close the book.
So what'd you get, Fergus?
Somebody else take this fucking book, please.
Oh no.
So not super helpful, unfortunately. With that, you get the feeling, just looking at it, Fergus, you get the feeling that it's going to be hard to use the little translation sheet and get those runes figured out, because even the guy who made the translation sheet for you said he couldn't understand the runes. The overlord, the person in charge, put them there, those runes. He was just an underling. He knew the runes were there, but he couldn't do anything about them or translate them for you. He is just a grunt compared to who put them there. So you would need to go to someone who is either very well versed in magic, so find like a wizard or a warlock of some kind, or maybe someone like Romulus might be able to help you. Being the historian of the gods, he might have the knowledge to help you. Anyone who is familiar with demons, like a religious person, might be able to help you, as you know that they're demonic runes. So a priest or something like that might be able to help. These are all options. You don't really know anybody, though, yet. You guys haven't really met that many people.
Hey, Egrid, do you know any priests?
I don't know any priest, but I do know that this book is evil, and I don't know if we should be looking in it. If I remember correctly, there was a slave driver who we were supposed to go and find. If my memory serves
we're
me
not
correctly.
doing anything like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's
the
closed.
book is
The book's
open,
closed.
Egrid. Oh.
You closed it.
Oh, okay.
No
I
worries.
was-
No worries. You
Jeez,
closed the book.
Egrid. Oh my god. You scared me half to death. I was gonna say, now they know.
Was Oswald Nickelbottom his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was one of the slave drivers we were supposed to find, kill him in his sleep, I believe.
You wanna go do that now?
Yeah, let's go do that now.
I kind of do.
Time to kill. Let's go. Woo! Time to die, bro.
Yeah.
Poggies.
Big puggies. It's death time.
Murder. All right.
Murder. Let's go.
So, I'm watching Ross just die.
Oh no,
you okay?
Rossi.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. Don't worry. I just have a cold, but I'm okay.
Oh.
Alright, sounds good. So, with that, you guys take your horses and your spoils and you head towards the mark on your map, the circled area. Heading that direction, it takes you about half the day to get to what looks like the outskirts of an area of farms. They are closely knit and separated only by a few cornfields. It's a much more enclosed kind of area. You can see a lot of buildings in this area, and you continue to kind of walk. Takes most of the day to get past a lot of these places. A lot of the farmers either don't acknowledge you or just give you kind of dirty looks as you walk by. Most of them seem human. You see a few half-orcs and a few other different races scattered about in this area. It's a pretty diverse area. But as you walk through this area, different crops, it's just a farmland. It's a pretty lame kind of farmland area. But looking at your map, you see on your map there is marked a spot that is like a landmark. It's been drawn into the map. And you do find yourself coming to this landmark. It's a very tall, kind of pointed rock that sticks up out of one of the soybean fields. It's kind of leans off to one side a little bit, and it's about 30 or 40 feet tall, and it comes up to a sharp point, and it's called Dagger's Edge. And as you approach the area, you find your spot on the map. You can kind of figure out where you're at, and you're pretty close to where they marked that slave traders area. So, keeping yourself vigilant, how would you like to approach this situation? As you're not sure when you're going to come across his plantation or his combine.
Ooh, we gotta be sneaky.
You're not sure how much information he has. You're not sure if he's got how many guards he has, or how even really much of what he looks like. You were just given basic information that he's kind of short and stout and has a big handlebar mustache.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Don't we have that one item that can make you turn invisible?
Oh,
Perhaps we could use that. Go in and have a look around.
You do. So it can turn one person invisible. And that invisibility lasts for an hour, or until you make some kind of action that would harm somebody.
So who wants to volunteer? Who wants to go in and do the evil deed?
I think I'll do it. My stealth is pretty high. I have like a +3 on my stealth.
oh, okay.
Yes, us dwarves were very clumsy creatures. I wouldn't want it to be me.
Yeah, my
She clanks on the horse.
I would say Fergus is second runner up to me.
I don't want to show you up, bestie, but I have +6 in stealth.
Oh my god, bestie, you do it, please.
Go
You're so much
Fergus!
better than me.
Go Fergus! Go Fergus! Like a tiny little rat scuttling through the fucking barn.
Listen, this is where I excel, right? I'm a little rodent. I can get in and out of little places, okay?
And
Fuck them up, bestie.
what would you like Dom to be doing in this situation? Is Dom is a precarious little creature. He's not as strong, quite as strong as y'all.
Dom, I've got a really important job for you here, okay? I'm about to embark on a very dangerous mission. I'm going to be made invisible, and I need to stay very, very quiet. Dom,
You got it, buddy. What do you need?
we've been riding these horses for a long time, my friend. We need to replace their horseshoes. So here's some horseshoes. Here's a wee chisel. Off you go, man.
He takes the horseshoes and the chisel, and he goes, I don't know how to do this, buddy.
Dom!
I barely knew what a horse was before I saw one. These things are cool. And he kind of pats it on the leg.
Well, and I hand Dom a brush. Here's how you brush a horse, my friend. Just make it look pretty. That's all you've got to do.
He's like, I can do that. And he starts brushing the back of your horse.
Yeah, go Dom. Go Dom.
As you say, go
Okay.
Dom, he's kind of like dancing as he's
Yeah,
brushing.
go bestie.
He pats the horse on the butt, and the horse kind of bucks a little bit and kicks him in the stomach, and he.
Oh.
Don't touch him there. He stands up and continues to brush a little bit, and the horse calms down. He says, "Don't slap him on the butt."
Definitely don't slap him.
Nobody likes getting slapped in the butt in general, you know, Dom.
He nods his head.
True.
So, you are given the amulet to turn invisible. And what I would like everyone to do is roll me an investigation check, please. Everybody, roll me an investigation check to see if you can find which farmhouse to send Fergus towards.
Okay, Shisha. Okay.
Oh yes, I finally get to show you up.
Okay. Not bad. With your combined rolls, together, you work together as a group to kind of try and find some kind of hint as where to go. And looking around, you see, in particular, as the day is coming to a close and the night is beginning to rise, you see some people who are ending their days in the fields, and they look exhausted. They look overworked. And they don't give off the same vibe as the Wixens who you came from. They look sad. And you actually hear, specifically Shisa, you hear as they're moving through the crops, in this case wheat, as they're moving through the wheat, you hear some chains jingling on their feet. A mixture of races, from half-orc to a large furbolg to a young elven woman. All what seems like tied together by these chains that you can't even see, but you can hear them, Shisa. You can hear them at their feet as they walk towards one of the largest farmhouses you've ever seen. Blood red paint on the outside and black trim with a light on in the window as the sun's going down. You hear a few of these people humming as they walk towards the farmhouse. And off in the distance, you can see a group of hooded figures in a tower watching them, pointing bows at them. These look like possible guards that are making sure that the slaves are working and will punish them if they don't. So this watchtower is next to the farmhouse. So you have a large red farmhouse with a group of overworked slaves walking towards it, and a watchtower of guards pointing weapons at them from above, making sure that they work. And you have a feeling that you're on the right track here.
All right. Okay. You guys, get this. You see that watchtower over there?
Yeah.
We gotta kill these guys. We gotta get those guys. We gotta put them unconscious or something, because first of all, like, they're guards in the air. We gotta take care of that first. They seem to be aiming their weapons at the slaves, so it seems like they're distracted. We could get up there and just take them out really quick, I think.
Okay.
Is that your plan?
Okay. Should I still wear the amulet and try and sneak close?
Talk about it as a group. What do you want to do with Fergus?
How about I think I should try and sneak past the guards and see if I can make it inside. You guys should surround the building, and if I get found out, you guys can charge in from 4 different directions, and we can hopefully overrun the guards. Ideally, I don't get found out, and then I can start stealth attacking the guards, because when I stealth attack, I do double damage. And then once I start attacking the guards, you guys can charge in.
But Fergus, once you start attacking, the invisibility will wear off, and they'll know where you are.
True, very true.
Mm-hmm. Maybe scope it out and come back, and we can.
Yes.
We can go from there.
Yes.
All right. So the plan is to scope it out first.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear the amulet and scope it out, assuming everybody is happy with that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's like an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have an hour. Run, little man, run!
All right. So Fergus, as you grab the amulet, you all watch as he grips the amulet and closes his eyes. From his feet upward to his shins to his knees begin to disappear. As you can see through them towards the ground, you can see the wheat appear behind him as his body disappears into nothing. You can still hear his slight footsteps as they run offward from the dirt road that you're on onto the grass and into the wheat. Fergus, roll me a stealth check with advantage, please. So roll twice, take the higher number.
Oh. It rolled, but it didn't. It's not shown on roll 20.
Okay. What did you get?
22. I'll screenshot it and put it in chat.
Okay. You rolled twice. Take the higher. The higher was a 22.
Wait. I think that's when you press shift, right, and you roll, right? So that's what it's showing me there on thingy. I'll do it again.
Strange.
There we go. Did it properly that time.
Yeah, I did. There it went. Yeah, 24. We'll go with the 24. All right. Yeah, so that's pretty good. That's pretty all right. I would say that it's all right. It's
yeah,
okay.
24 is all right. Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
Rossi, dude. All right, come on. Let's go. Come on, guards. Let's see if you see the wheat moving as he's running. The odds of that are so low. Perception check. He rolled a 12. All right. So, with that, you scurry through the wheat as the wheat passes your ears. You scurry past the slaves as you can see the chains on their feet, and you scurry upwards towards the farmhouse. Where specifically are you going? Where would you like to scout? Do you want to scout the farmhouse? Do you want to try and sneak into the farmhouse? Do you want to try and climb up the watchtower? Would you like to go around the compound and see if there's any other spots?
So it's the farmhouse, a watchtower, in a sort of compound. And I imagine there's a few other buildings dotted around. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a stable for horses. There looks like there's a spot that they're raising some pigs in an enclosed building.
Okay. Well, the farmhouse looks like the most important building because I can see smoke coming out the chimney. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run up to the farmhouse and kind of peer into the windows. I'm not going to make any attempt to enter the building. I'm just going to look through the windows and see if I can gather any information.
Okay. So roll me a perception check with advantage. So roll twice, take the higher number. Since you are stealth, you get a good look in whatever window you want, which is why you get advantage here.
It keeps rolling it on. It rolls it on D&D and Beyond instead of on Roll20, which is bizarre.
That is super strange because it worked. How did you get?
Wait, let me just refresh my D&D and Beyond. That might fix it.
Okay, no problem. The rest of you, while he's getting that set up, what are you guys doing? You probably don't want to look suspicious, right? I would imagine you wouldn't want to look suspicious. So right now, your party is stopped, kind of outside the compound on a dirt road that kind of goes past it. So where would you like to go? There are a couple options. There aren't any forests nearby, but you could attempt to hide in one of the adjacent cornfields or wheat fields, one of the other farm fields. You could try to continue walking slowly down the trail to make it look like you're still moving. You could try and set up your camp as your quote-unquote camp. You could try setting up that here on the dirt road. As it is getting late, the night is coming down. It's about 7:30 or so it is coming close to that time where the sun's going down.
Ooh.
There are options for you. Anything else that you have for ideas, feel free to throw them out there.
I've just rolled, but I'm gonna get a glass of water really quickly.
Okay, you got it. We'll tell you about your perception when you get back. So what would you guys like to do with your horses, your carts, all that other stuff that you have with you to make it so that you're not so suspicious just standing there waiting for Fergus to get back?
Could we hide it in the woods or something? Go off a little bit?
Unfortunately, there are no... Go ahead, what'd you say?
Oh, sorry, I was just telling Kizzy, I think there's little fields that we could hide our horses
There are
in.
wheat fields, cornfields, that kind of stuff around, but there are no woods in this area. It's very flat, with just small hills here and there, but no forests for you to hide in.
What if we took a bunch of bales of hay, like they do in the cartoons, and build a little area around it?
Sure. Yeah, so you guys take some of the bales of hay. Leon helps you as well, as he's kind of big and strong, so he picks up some of those bales of hay. You kind of stack them on top of each other in one of the adjacent fields, and hide behind that. You kind of push your horses and everything behind those hay bales. In that time, though, I would imagine you wouldn't want people seeing you do this, so go ahead and roll me stealth checks as a group. So Shisa, Crocus, and Egrid, go ahead and roll me stealth checks.
Ooh. Oh, did I do the wrong stealth?
No, you're good. Oh, it rolled with advantage. That's okay. Natural 20 on Crocus. Pretty high for Shisa. Not so good on Egrid, but that's okay. As you do this, let me roll a perception check for my bad guys. So you stack up the hay bales and hide behind them, waiting for Fergus to come back. Fergus, looking into the windows, here are some things that you see. First off, you see two half-orcs dressed in suits, and they look like butlers as they wear these white gloves, black suits, very nice polished shiny shoes. As they walk around inside the interior of this farmhouse, the interior is like a mansion. It's unlike the Wixon's farmhouse, which is very homely. Instead, it's very ritzy and rich inside here. The ornate carpets, the beautiful china cabinets that you can see inside this room that you're looking in. You're looking inside what looks like the dining room. And these butlers are placing some hors d'oeuvres on a plate, it seems. And it looks like there's a pot of coffee that they're pouring into cups. And they're just kind of talking to each other quietly. If you'd like to hear what they are saying, roll me a separate perception check, because this is just for visual.
It keeps rolling it on the website.
That's super annoying. I'm sorry. There it goes.
Oh, didn't do that.
That was for
that was
Shisa.
Yeah. Why does it keep doing this? I don't.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Did you refresh on D&D?
Yeah, I did both, and it worked for one roll, and it's just busted again. Let me try it on Chrome because I'm using Firefox. It's probably Firefox is being an.
It might be. What did you get? I'll trust whatever you said.
Well, I rolled it like 4 times. I'll roll it. I'll do this roll because let's see. Oh, I only got 5.
Okay. Listening to them, it's hard to hear. They're muffled through the window. But you do hear them say the word Oswald, but it's preceded by the word master. Master Oswald. So, as they're talking to each other, you do hear that, so you know you're in the right spot. That's what you get. But you don't hear anything else in particular. You see them leave the room, and you're left looking in the window at this dining room, which is well lit, very ritzy looking, very nice looking farmhouse. So that's what you see in this particular window. Scooting over to another window, you look into another window and you see a library inside this window. It's dark. There's no lights on in this room. There's no candles lit or lanterns lit. But you see hundreds of books along the walls in shelves, chandelier hanging from the ceiling, and a beautiful ornate chair, almost like a throne in the middle of this room, which is empty except for a small cat that is laying on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's looks like a Siamese hairless cat.
Okay.
And it is curled up on the chair. So that's what you see inside this window. Those are the only 2 windows that you really can get to.
We have to save the cat.
Okay.
The windows look like they can slide open if you want to try and make your way inside the building. The door looks like it's lock pickable. You're not even sure if it's locked, the main front door.
Okay, I'm gonna... Yeah, okay. Because the cat's in the room, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide the window open, but I'm not gonna make any attempt to enter the room. I'm just gonna like pss, 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 and see if I can attract the cat out. I don't want to interact with the cat because I'm not sure if it's gonna make my invisibility go away. So I'll open the window, try and lure the cat out, and then I'm gonna head over towards the watchtower and see if I can work out a mode of entrance, be it scaling the outside, or if the door's open, maybe just slipping in through the door because I'm invisible. But that's my plan of action.
Okay, so sliding the window open, I would like you to roll me a sleight of hand check with advantage. Sleight of hand with advantage.
Okay. I'm just trying to...
It's okay if it doesn't roll in here. You just tell me what you get. I trust you.
Okay, cool. Okay. On my campaigns. I just need to. I'm reopening it. Sorry, I logged out to see if that would
You're
make
good.
a difference. Okay.
You're good. No worries.
Right, we are open. What did you say? Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Roll twice. Take the higher number.
First roll was a 17. Second roll is
There it rolled.
a 21.
All right. We'll take the 21. So you slide the door, the window open, and it barely makes any noise. Now, how do you want to get the cat's attention? You're invisible.
True.
You can make a noise.
I am,
It's up to you.
because I'm not too sure where those half orcs have gone. There's like I guess there's like some fairly long grass at my feet, so I just pick some of the grass and just kind of throw it onto the windowsill to see if the cat reacts to it.
Okay, getting a good look at the cat as you kind of sprinkle the grass on the windowsill. The cat does not seem to be paying attention. It did not hear the window open because you opened it so quietly. So it is just, it looks like it's snoozing, but like that kind of like starting to snooze, half snooze, and that's not really like totally knocked out, but it's quietly,
Okay, well, if the cat's snoozing, I'll just leave it alone. I will leave the window ajar so that I don't have to have any risk of closing or opening it. I'm going to make my way over to the watchtower, but I'll keep a note of where the cat is, and I will tell the group when I get back to the group.
Okay, sounds good. So making your way over to the watchtower, you get a good look at the watchtower itself. There is it's a large wooden watchtower with 4 legs that goes up about 30 feet. And at the top of that 30 feet, there is a large wooden box that has some people in it. You can hear them talking. They're very obvious about what they're saying. In fact, one of them yells from the watchtower and says, "Keep your asses moving!" as he's pointing his bow out of the watchtower. You see the slaves off in the distance are walking towards a building on the outer edge of the compound, which probably is their sleeping quarters. You're not sure. With that, the way up the watchtower is a wooden ladder, and it goes all the way up the edge of one of the legs. Looks like there's no lock or door or anything you need to go through. If you climb up the edge of that the ladder, I mean, up to the top, you'll be able to get into the box where they're at if you wanted to. It seems pretty open.
Okay.
Nothing stopping you is what I'm trying to say. Nothing stopping you from doing that.
Okay. So when I'm looking up at the tower, I can't quite work out if it's worth me going up there because of the guard that's just shouted from down there. I can only really make out the guard because obviously he's like leaning over the side. I can only really make out the guard, and I don't really see much sustenance. So I wanna roll. Would it be insight or perception? Perception maybe to see if I can like I'm gonna like walk a bit further away and see if I can get like a better angle to see if I can see more stuff up top.
Yeah. You would just you'd walk away and you'd roll another perception check. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll roll perception with advantage or no?
Yeah, because you can get whatever angle you want.
Okay, well I rolled 21.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's good. So with
Let's
a
go
21,
for this.
it's good. That's the whole point of you going invisible is that you have all these good bonuses. So with that, it's been about 15 minutes or so of your invisibility, so you have plenty of time left. And looking up at the watchtower, it's kind of hard to see from the low angle that you're standing at. There's no place for you to elevate yourself because there's no trees or forest for you to climb up into or anything like that. So it's hard to kind of tell, but you can see at least 3 people up there in the watchtower. Getting a good look at them. One of them has a lantern, so you can kind of get a good look at what they look like. They are hooded, so they have these black hoods that are up, and you can actually see that they have half masks. So their eyes and their nose are covered with this like black mask, but their lower jaw you can see their mouths.
Okay.
They look like Batman, Batman mask. Cowl. It's a cowl. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So I've investigated the farmhouse. I've investigated the watchtower. I don't want to go up to the watchtower because I'm not interested. I am interested in it, but I'm not like that bothered about it.
If this were a video game, what would you do to give yourself the best odds of succeeding in your goal?
I would take out the guys in the watchtower.
Yes. So, okay. Yeah. So I've got 45 minutes left, right? So I'm gonna go to the stables and see if I can find anything at the stables. And I'm gonna assume that's gonna take me up to the half an hour mark. So I'm gonna run over to the stables quickly. I'll roll a perception again, see if I can work anything out at the stables. And
Sure.
I've rolled a 18. So yeah, I'm kind of like walking around the stables, like peering through the cracks in the wood, seeing if there's anything in there.
So here's what you see inside the stables. You see 5 horses of different colors, different ages as well. One seems like a very young horse. Seems like there's maybe like a teenage horse, and then 3 older horses, adult-sized horses. And inside the stables, it is lit up with a lantern, as there is a slave working inside the stables. It's a younger girl, probably 18 or 19, and she is cleaning what looks like near the horse's feet, like cleaning up some refuse and things. And she is just kind of softly humming to herself.
Okay. So I've got about half an hour left on my
Invisibility. Yep.
invisibility. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sprint back over to the group,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna keep the amulet on, so that I keep my invisibility. So I run up to the group and I'm like, Psst, guys, I'm back. Everyone's kind of like, where the fuck is Fergus? But they can hear me. They can hear me in the grass. I'm like, guys, listen to me.
You can hear Fergus. You can't see him.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep this amulet on because I'm gonna tell you the plan of action, right?
Okay.
That big watchtower, there's at least 3 guards up there. One of them looks pretty fucking nasty, but I think the other 2 I can take. In the farmhouse, there is a cat that is asleep, and we should adopt them as our pet. But more importantly, there are at least 2 half-orcs that look pretty scary. I don't know if there's anyone else asleep in the building. I only managed to investigate 2 of the rooms. And there are 5 horses and a scary lady who's humming and singing to herself in the stables. The slaves seem okay. They're all bound up, but they seem okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up the watchtower. I'm gonna keep my invisibility on, and I want you guys to approach from the front so that everyone pays attention to you. And then when everyone is paying attention to you, I will stealth attack, remove my invisibility, and stealth attack all 3 guards on the top of the watchtower. And then we will clear the camp and kill everyone and free the slaves.
But what if you fail?
Egrid.
Egrid, I don't have a plan B.
All right,
The
it sounds good
pessimism.
enough for me.
I love it.
May the gods be with us.
Pray for
I
us,
don't have a plan
Egrid.
B. That's what she said.
Oh no, that really is bad.
You know what? I believe in you, Fergus. You can do it.
Okay.
You're very stealth. Much stealth.
I've got 25 minutes left on my invisibility, so as long as you guys agree, then let's do it. I'll sprint up, and if you give me 10 minutes to get into position, and then I will be able to see you guys approaching. So make sure you approach and attract a decent amount of attention to yourselves. And then when you see the first guard fly off the watchtower, it's go time.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna draw out the battle map. This is the watchtower, and it goes 30 feet up. The bottom of like where they're standing is 30 feet up, and then it goes up like another 10 feet for like the room that they're standing in, if that makes sense. So it's like a total of 40 feet tall. So that's what this is. This is the watchtower here. And then back here, this is the farmhouse. It's red because the farmhouse is painted red. These are the 2 windows that you looked in. The left window has the cat in it. And the right window has the dining room.
We have to save the cat.
And then the main front door is right here. So you see how it kind of works is if you look at the front door, it's like a hallway, and it goes left into the library, right into the dining room, and then back further into the house, if that makes sense. So, with that, let me pull out Fergus's. There's Egrid, here's Shisa, here's Crocus, here's Fergus, and Neffy, and Leon is somewhere. There he is. And that should be everybody. Dom is not going to be a part of this fight. He's going to be brushing the horses as told. And we got you guys back here. All right, so Fergus, your plan is to climb up the watchtower, correct?
Yes. Because I'm invisible, I'm just going to go up the ladder. I assume that thing on the right's a ladder,
Yep.
right? Or is that a window? Yeah.
That's the ladder.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go up the ladder because I'm invisible. Yeah.
Okay. So, you're going to climb up the ladder. As you climb up to the top, roll me a stealth check with advantage.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
23.
Did it? Oh,
worked.
okay. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's good. So, you climbed up to the top, and
Yeah.
looking inside, here is what you see.
Oh, God. Scared. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Fergus!
All right.
Fergus!
So climbing up to the top of the ladder, you actually see a group of 6 guards. 6. And one of them is about to go down the ladder as you're coming up the ladder. So
Okay.
he swings his foot over the edge. You dodge out of the way. What would you like to do? You're kind of like halfway up there, not halfway up the ladder, 3/4 of the way up the ladder right now.
Okay.
You've got a moment here to react.
Okay.
He's not
So
quite on the ladder yet.
I'm gonna swap to the other side of the ladder. So I'm on like the inside of the ladder.
Mhm.
Like if I was to climb up, I would smash my head against the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm on like the inside of the ladder.
Mhm.
And then 2 things I'm gonna do. While I'm waiting for him to come out, I'm gonna investigate and see how hard bolted the ladder is to the structure. Because if it's just a latch, what I'm gonna do is climb up to the ladder, unlatch it, and push it away, and kind of like hang on to the ledge as he's on the ladder, so he falls off with the ladder. But if it's too bolted on, then I'm gonna 2-foot kick him through the ladder and kick him off, and have the battle start like that.
Okay. So, you swing your way around to the inner part of the ladder. You are underneath the wooden floorboards that you can hear them walking on. You can hear their footsteps thumping above you as this guard swings his foot over the ledge and begins to climb down. You're looking at the ladder, and roll me an investigation check, please.
Please.
This will be with advantage too. So go ahead and roll again.
Oh wait, was it an advantage?
Yes, you do get advantage for this since you're not under much pressure necessarily.
Okay, well it rolled in the website now for some reason, but it rolled a 10.
Okay. All right, so looking at this ladder, it looks well bolted. It looks like it is built right into the watchtower, not in a way where it's going to be easy to push off, to like break off.
Okay. So yeah, annoyed at the fact that the orcs have good structural design, I hang on to the other side of the ladder, poised, ready to it's a 2-foot kick through the rungs and hit the orc square in the chest so that it goes flying when it's like perfectly in line with me.
So just to make it very clear for you and for everybody else, just to make sure that I described it well enough, as you're looking at this person climbing down, this is a human. This guard is human.
Okay.
And you can tell because of their jaw. They're masked, right? I told you their eyes and their nose are masked, but you can see their lower jaw is either human or elf. Some kind of creature with what looks like Caucasian colored skin. So you're not sure if it's human, elf, but it's definitely not orc for sure. You can just tell.
Okay.
The only orcs that you saw as you looked
Were the
into
ones
this,
in there.
they were the butlers inside here. They didn't necessarily look like they would be good fighters. They looked like they had been trained to be like servers, basically. So the orcs that you found in here did not seem like they would threaten you very much, other than their size. They're much bigger than you, but they didn't look like they were, trying to pick a fight. They looked like they were servants serving Oswald inside of his mansion. Whereas over here, these guards all look to be different ages and races, but the one that you have on the ladder here is not an orc. So I just want to make sure that was clear for everybody.
Okay, yeah.
So it doesn't seem like orcs necessarily have like a special place here, other than they are the butlers right now that you can see. So with that, he is climbing down the ladder. The rest of your party, so Egrid, Shisa, Crocus, you are leading the group here. What would you like to do? I believe you were told by Fergus to make a distraction. Is that correct? To like start walking straight up to the farmhouse. Is that correct? I can't remember if that was your plan or not.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do? Go ahead and give me like what your approach is going to be. You're not going to be able to stealth this if you're walking straight up, and you're not wanting to anyway. You're wanting to get their attention. So tell me how you try and get their attention as you're walking up to the farmhouse. Sauntering, if you will.
I think we should do an interpretive dance.
You can't see it because it's on my stream, but you just do like a little flower pose.
Baby, when you talk like that, you're right. She'll be one and keep on reading songs. Yeah, Crocus is just going off. I'm doing an interpretive.
It's really good.
On tonight, hips don't dance.
Wow, that Shakira impression's really good, actually.
Can't you see, baby? This is perfection. Mom, tonight my hips don't dance. Yeah, I'm just going.
Roll me a performance check with advantage, please. So roll twice, take a higher number on your performance check.
Oh God, how do I do it with
Shift.
advantage? Do I just roll twice?
Yeah, go ahead and roll twice.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. So with a 17, the group, as you're walking up to the farmhouse, Crocus is jiving. Egrid right next to you. Crocus is jiving with Hips Don't Lie, and is humming and singing. And a few of the guards actually are enamored and brought over, at least just like confused more than anything else, as the one from before that you heard, Fergus, yells, "What the hell do you think you're doing?"
I'm shaking hips, big guy.
He points his bow at you and he says, "Get off the property! You go down there!" And he points to one of the people that's next to him. "You go down there and intercept them."
I can sing a different one if Shakira's not your thing. That's fine.
Shakira is
They
so
can't just
2000.
say, I'm calling a boy like you should do a warning. I don't know the lyrics to that one.
So as he's like confused, he orders one of the other guards to go down and intercept you all. And it's at this time that Fergus, you are face to face with the first guard that was coming down the ladder. He is right in your face, ready to be kicked or whatever you were gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So if I'm using this wrong, and I'm gonna push myself away, and then I'm gonna bang straight up onto his chest like that.
All right, roll me a unarmed strike. You'll see that under your attacks. Unarmed strike with advantage.
Is that the? Do I do the +1 or the bludgeoning?
Whichever one has the higher number.
The +1 does.
Mm-hmm.
So it rolled a 17 or it rolled a 20. So 20, obviously.
Nice. Okay. So that guard, as he's climbing down the ladder, he's just kind of like sauntering down the ladder. He looks up and sees the other guard is swinging his foot over the ledge. This guard here is heading in that direction to go intercept your party. And so he's kind of like right on top of you. And so he swings his foot over the ledge. That guard kind of looks up at him just briefly. And in that time where he looks up, he just looks back down and sees you appear as you swing your feet through the rungs of the ladder and hit him square in the chest. He lets go of the ladder and falls. And bam, lands on his back. As he does, you hear a crunch, and he is not moving as he lands on his back, and you just hear a
Got him.
And the one guard who swung his foot over, so that guard's kind of like laying off to the side there, so he'll kind of be facing this direction. So the other guard who swung his foot over, his foot is like right in front of your face now, as you're hanging on the ladder there. And he looks down and he goes, "What the hell happened to you, man?" And he's looking down at the guard, and the guard says, "Blue." And as he says that, everybody go ahead and roll me initiative, please. So we'll get the combat started.
Oh God.
Do I get advantage because I'm still undetected or no?
You are not still undetected. You are visible.
But would I have been seen? Because I'm like...
Since you were seen by him and he's not dead, he's just got like a broken back.
Okay, yeah, you're right, yeah, okay. Where is initiative?
Initiative is at the top of your character sheet, right next to your armor
Left to
class in the little
armor.
box.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
All right, so any 20 to 25 initiatives?
None.
Okay. 15 to 20s.
None.
Oh
All right, 10 to 15.
Yeah, we've got 112.
Who's that?
Yeah, I got 12.
Okay.
no. She said that at 12. Let's go.
All right. 10 to 5 or 5 to 10.
I got a 5.
Egrid has 9 and I have a 7.
Okay.
We're popping off.
We're pogging.
Okay. And then I rolled for Leon, he got a 1.
Popping off.
And Neffy got an 8.
Go Neffy. Go Neffy.
Let me roll for my bad guys. Wow. Holy shit. Alright, well, it's not as bad for you guys as you might think.
Okay.
So we are going to get started with... Shisa is at the top of the initiative with a 12. Holy shit, I've never seen these low rolls before. Actually, Crocus, what is your dexterity modifier, the little number under dexterity?
Under dexterity?
In the top left of your character sheet.
The tiny number is
Yeah.
15.
What's the plus? It's +2, right?
Mm-hmm, +2.
All right. So, Shisa, you are up first. Your character is here, and you have a good line of sight on the 3 guards that are overlooking you at the moment.
Okay.
They are 30 feet up and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to the east. So 30 feet up, 25 feet to the east. So if you go diagonally, they're like 50 feet away from you. Or 40,
All right.
40 feet away from you.
I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to get up close enough to one of them in order to cast my sleep spell.
Okay. So sleep is
So
actually an
with
AoE, so it hits more than one person.
Yeah. I'm gonna get into like the middle of the 3 of them, like in
Okay.
front of the middle of the 3 of them.
All right. So what is the range on sleep? I believe it should be like 30 or 60 feet.
90.
It's 90 feet. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you can do it from here then if you want, or you can move further away if you want. You can move. You could move all the way back here if you wanted.
Oh shoot, that's really far.
Yeah, 90 feet.
Okay.
So whenever you want to be within this area.
I think I'll move behind everybody in the group, but I'll stay with my group,
Okay.
like just behind them, and then I'll cast sleep on the 3 guys in the front right there.
Okay, go ahead and roll your sleep, which I think is 68, or is it? Is that right? 68. Let me see here.
What's
Oh.
that? What 68? What?
You roll how many d8 here? 5d8. So do you see where it says under, like when you click on sleep in D&D Beyond, does it say 5d8 with a little dice next to it? In the description,
No.
this spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll
Oh,
5d8.
Oh yeah, actually I did see that.
So click on that where it says 5d8. Okay.
Alright.
So we're going to go with the first one, which was 26. So the way the spell works, for anyone who doesn't know how sleep works, the way the spell works is she rolls 5 8-sided dice. And then depending on what the mass number is, which in this case is 26, she puts enemies to sleep that have less health than that. And it like subtracts their health each time. So for example, if there were 5 enemies with 10 health each, you'd put 2 of them to sleep because you subtract 10 for the first enemy, you put him to sleep. The next enemy has 10 health, you subtract 10. You've got 6 left over on your spell, but that's not enough to put another one to sleep of the 5 that had, 10 health. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Nah.
Makes sense.
In this case, you put 2 of the guards to sleep.
Nice, easy clap.
So, I don't have the status side of their tokens made, but if you got a white box flipped over, that's a status guard in some way, like he is either prone or sleeping in this case, or something else if it's a white box. All right, so those fools are sleeping. That is your action for your turn. What would you like to do for a bonus action? You could inspire. I don't know any other bonus actions you have.
I think I'm gonna inspire Fergus since he's like really in
Yeah.
there with them.
You can see him dangling from the ladder in front of you. So Fergus, you are
Yeah.
inspired. I'll write that here.
Yeah.
I yell out, Fergus, you've got this. Just stay vigilant and,
Go,
and
bestie.
think
Go,
quickly.
Cheers, bestie!
All right. That is Shisa's turn. Egrid, you're up. Crocus, you're on deck after Neffy and the bad guys.
Alright.
Okay, I want to roll for my Blessing of Brash and use it on my crossbow.
All right.
Okay, and I rolled a 1, which makes it flaming.
Okay.
Deals an extra 1d8 fire damage. This increases to 2d8 at level 5. Okay. So I guess can I try to hit one of the guards with like my crossbow?
Yes, so there is one guard visible to you, and that is this one up here in the top corner. The other 2 actually fell down beneath a little wooden wall that's kind of erected right here. So you normally they're looking over this little wooden wall, but they fell asleep, so they fell down to the ground. they're behind this wooden wall now. These two here that are sleeping, but this one is still peeking over the top. With that, in D&D, there's a thing called cover. Cover gives somebody extra armor class, so it makes it much harder to hit them. In this case, this would be considered half cover. Half of their body is covered, their lower half of their body, so they have half cover, which gives them quite a bit of an AC boost. So it's going to be pretty hard to hit them with any ranged attacks, I will say. Which makes sense. If you think about it, it's a watchtower. They're meant to be protected from ranged attacks from below, right?
I guess could I just try to like move up the watchtower? Or no, that's probably not good either.
So you have a few options. One option is you can prepare an action. You can hold an action is what it's called. And what that is you hold it and wait for like the right moment. So for example, you could hold your attack for when a guard gives you a better shot, and it will attack when the guard does that on their turn. So you're holding it, like waiting for the right moment type thing.
Right.
So you could do something like that. You could attempt a buff on your party of some kind, or like help them in some other way. Oops. You could attempt to go up here to the farmhouse and do something at the farmhouse. You could try and sabotage the watchtower from below somehow.
Okay.
You could call out to the guards. There's so many options of things you could do. It's up to your imagination, really.
I guess I'll hold my attack and maybe try to get like a better hit on one of them later.
Okay, so you're holding your attack for when a guard gives you a better shot than half cover, which is not a good time to shoot anyway. So you're holding an action's, I think, pretty smart here, and you will get your opportunity. Don't worry. So would you like to move then from this spot? You can move up to 6 squares.
I guess I'll start like moving towards the tower.
All right. Would you like to move your full movement towards the tower, or do you want to stay at a good angle for you to maybe hit somebody? If you get too close, you won't be able to shoot upward, right?
I guess like I still want to be within like attack range, so maybe just like halfway.
Yeah, this is about as close as you'd get before you'd have a lot more trouble hitting somebody. So anywhere along this line.
I guess like up towards the north.
All right. So how far up would you like to go?
Maybe one more. Yeah, there.
That good?
Yeah.
All right, that's a pretty good spot. Neffy is going to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's going to come over here, and she's going to try and back Fergus up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She'll go... Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So she's going to attempt to just back up Fergus here, as she says, "Fergus, I'm here to help you." And the guards are gonna go. These guards are sleeping, so they do their sleeping thing. This guard is going to lean out of the window and attempt to fire at Egrid. Egrid, now's your chance. Go ahead and roll your attack as he kind of leans out of the window in a way to give you a better attack.
Is that right?
Yes. A 17 is going to hit this guy, so go ahead and roll your damage now. You click on the thing next to it. 2 piercing damage.
I get the extra fire damage.
Yep, go ahead and click on the D8 if you'd like. The one that says like 1d8.
Do I just do /1d8?
You can do that, or I think on the ability you could click on where it says 1d8 and it should roll it here for you too, if you want to make it easier on yourself.
I'm looking for where it is. I don't see where it says where it has the 1d8.
When you read it the first time, where'd you read it from?
I read it from the Blessing of Brash thing, like in my actions.
Yeah,
you know?
so when you click on that and it like brings up the description, There should be, like, next to the words 1d8 in the description there, it should be like a little red dice. A little red 20
It doesn't have one.
It doesn't have it?
Yeah, it doesn't, I don't think.
Oh, that might be because... Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, then you're going to want to do... I'll fix that. I'll fix that for next time. For now, just do /roll 1d8. You're right. It's a picture.
1d8, okay.
Yeah, it's a picture. That's why it doesn't have that. Okay, so one extra fire damage. All right. So as you fire the bolt, as it's flying through the air, it bursts into flames and pierces him right in the clavicle area, like right in his collarbone. And he reels back and fires his bow at you in retort. He's going to miss with a 10 to hit.
Oof.
So as he fires his bow, it goes wide and sticks into the ground here next to you. And he goes, shit! And he pulls the arrow out and throws it down. And that is his turn. The other guards, this guard is going to come up here. And he is going to fire his arrow at... Mini, money, mo. Probably Leon. Leon's probably the scariest to him. So he is going to hit Leon. And deal 5 points of piercing damage to Leon, who hasn't had a chance to rage yet, but he will. All right, this guard coming down the ladder sees you, Fergus. This guard here coming down the ladder looks you right in the face, and he goes, oh shit! And he pulls his dagger out and attempts to stab you with disadvantage because he's hanging onto a ladder, which means his attacks are not going to be as good. He rolls badly and misses you as he tries to stab the dagger through the rungs of the ladder. You dodge right out of the way. Crocus, you're up. Fergus, you're on deck.
Oh, okay. I want to move 4 squares up on the same line as Egrid.
You got it.
Oh, can I go the other way?
Which way? Oh, you want to be facing the other way?
The same line as Egrid. Can I be on the same line as Egrid?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so like right here?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I want to use Blessing of Moira.
Okay. So, the grass beneath you is tall and uncut, and you reach down and use your Blessing of Moira on the open grass. You get a 2, which does...
I got 2 is a charming purple flower that lets you cast Charm Person once.
Okay, so as you reach down and place your hand on the ground, a purple flower similar to the color of your skin grows out of the ground and blossoms with a beautiful yellow seedling that comes out of the middle of it. And so it's like purple leaves with a yellow seedling that kind of comes out of the middle of it. And you can basically use this flower to cast Charm Person without expending any spell slots that you have or anything like that. It's just free, so you get to cast it one time using this flower. It consumes the flower, though.
Can I save that for later? Or should I?
You can save it.
Okay. Can I do anything else on this turn, or is that it?
If you have any bonus actions, so under your actions, on the right-hand side of your character sheet, under actions, there should be a little tab that says bonus action. You click in there, you can see what you have.
Magic Stone.
Okay.
Donk.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, a 19. Which one are you throwing it at? This guy, or the one who's been hit by the arrow?
No, the guy in front of me.
Okay. All right, so with a 19, your stone flies up and domes this dude right in the forehead, and he lets out a groan and kind of falls backwards onto his butt.
Yeah, take that, bitch! Woo!
All right, nice job. Fergus, you're up. Shisa, we're going to run back around to you after Fergus and Leon go.
Okay, so this cheeky boy has just tried to stab me, and obviously I've...
Right.
So, I... I'm not sure what I'd need to roll for this, but because I am a little rodent and I'm quite agile, I am just gonna. In fact, no, I'm not gonna be. I'm just gonna go pretty basic. I have 2 daggers. Obviously, he's got one hand on the ladder and his other hand is trying to stab me.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna grab my dagger and just drive it into his hand, so that he has to let go and also fall back and join his friend.
Okay. Then I would like you to aim your dagger. While doing that, I'd like you to just roll me a dagger attack.
Get his ass, Fergus.
Okay. With a 9, you yourself kind of hanging onto the ladder, you go to stab down onto his hand and stab yourself into the wooden plank that makes up the ladder rung, and just ding, with your dagger, missing his hand. As you guys are kind of going back and forth, each of you hanging off the ladder, trying to get at each other. Would you like to move or take a bonus action here? Or both?
What counts as bonus?
If you go to your actions on your D&D Beyond character sheet, and underneath there should be a tab that says bonus action or bonus actions.
Oh, yeah.
If you click on that, it should tell you some of the things you can do.
You can take a bonus action on each of your turns to take the dash, disengage, or hide action.
Yeah, as a rogue, you can do that. Only rogues can do that, though.
But surely I can't do that because I'm on a ladder, right? Like, how would I dash on a ladder?
Disengage allows you to move without taking an opportunity attack. It allows you to move away from him without him being able to try and stab you.
Okay, then I'll disengage and slide like 4 rungs of the ladder down.
Yeah,
but
you can slide all the way down to the bottom. Or do you don't
no,
want to?
I want to keep the height, so I'm just going to slide down a little bit to get out of his reach.
Okay, you got it. You have done that. You've disengaged, slid down out of his reach.
Yeah, and then that's it, I'll stick.
All right, sounds good. Next up, Shisa, Egrid, and Crocus. You all hear inside the mansion, inside the farmhouse, you hear some rustling and some noise, and then you hear a shattered glass, and you hear a as well.
What? Did they hurt the cat? I'm gonna beat their ass if they did.
Looking over there, go ahead and roll me a perception check, Crocus.
Okay, let's go. Perception.
All right, with a 23, you just quickly looking back at the window, you actually see the cat jump out of the window and towards the stables.
Run, cat, run!
All right, so the cat is no longer in that room, and it has run off towards the stables.
Oh shit, but that means somebody's in that room then.
All right. Next up is Leon. Shisa, you're on deck. So Leon is going to rage, and then he is going to 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to dash all the way up there. And Shisa, you're up.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up and cast Dissonant Whispers, but I'm going to walk up just enough to cast it, so I'm going to walk up 30 feet. And then cast it on one of the guys who's on the edge there. I think the one closest to me would be good.
Okay. He'll roll his save. He rolls a 13. What is your spell save DC? The number he's got to beat should be at the top of your spell list.
Where does it say the
spell save DC should be at the very top of your spell list. It should be like 13 or 14. It might just be called save DC.
Oh yeah, 13.
13. Okay. So he does succeed on his save, which means he will take half damage and won't be affected by the other parts of the spell. So normally with Dissonant Whispers, he would have to like run away. But in this case, since he made his save, he's going to take half damage and not have to run away. But go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
So he'll take 5 psychic damage as he
Okay.
grabs his head and begins to kind of let out this groan. As he grabs his head, you know that your spell took effect, just maybe not as much as you wanted.
Well, that's the most he's used his brain in a long time, so...
Nice. Good burn. I like that. All right, that is Shisa. Egrid, you're up. Crocus, you're after Nephi and the guards.
Awesome.
Can I try to shoot another arrow at the guard on the top and then can I move?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Does that hit?
That one's gonna miss as the arrow into the top of the watchtower.
Okay, and then can I just like move towards one of the ladders to start climbing up the watchtower?
Yeah, so there is only one ladder, and it's right back here where Fergus and this guard are facing off. They're on either side of the ladder. So
Okay,
to get to it,
yeah.
you can walk under the watchtower.
Right, I'll do that.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get about right there.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so you see Fergus above you, not too far above you though, because he slid down the ladder quite a bit, but he's still above you on the ladder, and he looks like he's got his dagger out and he's trying to fight this guard who's sliding down the ladder after him. Nephi is going to come over here. She's gonna walk here. Actually, she's gonna try and whip this guard off the ladder. She's gonna hit. And she's gonna roll a total of 5 points of damage and yank this guard off the ladder, actually, away from you, Fergus, and onto the ground as he is wrapped up in her whip. So the golden whip wraps around him and she just yanks him off the ladder. He goes, "Ah!" and falls off the ladder onto his own back and is dragged towards her. And that is Nephi's turn. He is now the guard's turns. This guard is finally gonna kind of shake himself off and try to stand up. He is going to stand but be unable to do anything else on his turn. This other guard is going to try and break free from the whip and fails, so he remains tied up in the whip, this one that's flipped upside down here. Crocus, you're up. Fergus, you're on deck. Don't forget you're inspired, Fergus. And I'll tell you what that means again on your turn.
I think since I can use Blessing of Moira again, I'm just gonna do that.
All right.
And see what I get this time.
The 14.
So, an animal attracting plant that allows you to speak with animals for an hour. Not the most helpful thing right now. But I'm gonna do Magic Stone again and aim for the same guard.
Okay. Yeah, he's kind of peeking out from the opening at the top again, and again you fling the stone and dome him right in the forehead, and he's like, "You know what? I'm not standing up anymore." As he's sitting on his butt behind the little wooden wall, he is no longer in your vision, but you did dome him a couple times. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Damage. Dunk.
6 bludgeoning damage. That's good.
Nice.
With that, he's looking pretty fucked up. Actually, let me see here. 6 plus 5 plus what was the last magic stone? 6 plus 5 plus 3. Actually, that'll do it. You actually kill him. You dome him in the head, and he does not get back up. He's dead.
I murdered a man.
Wait, what'd you say? You cut out.
I said I murdered a man. Poggers.
Poggers. You definitely murdered a man. Leon is going to attack this guy who's tied up, and he's going to get advantage. He is going to miss, even with advantage. All right. Shisa, you're up. Egrid, you're on deck.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna pull out my bow and I'm just going to shoot at the guy in the corner.
Okay. He is behind a lot of cover, so it's going to be hard to hit him, but
Oh, never mind. Shoot.
you can try. You never know. Depends on what you want to do.
I don't know. Maybe I could like walk up behind and try to shoot the guy who's on the ground.
Yeah, these two are visible to you. This one's on the ground,
Yeah.
so shooting somebody on the ground is actually kind of harder than shooting somebody who's standing up, because they are.
No, I mean like the people who are standing on the guy who's standing.
This
on the
guy's
ground.
standing up.
That
Yeah,
one.
he just got up. You
that
can
guy.
hit him, and he.
Yeah, I want to
is-
get that guy.
Yeah, if you move like here, you can get good line of sight on him. More like right here.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
wherever
the
I
ladder would
need
be
to
in your way.
To get close enough to hit him, I'm gonna move there.
Or you
and-
could go on this side and get him from under that way. Up to you.
Oh, that sounds smart, but I don't want to put myself in front of that guy. That
Yeah.
doesn't seem very safe. I think I'm just gonna go around, probably towards where Colin and Susu are.
Okay. 5, 10, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's as far as you can get and still attack. Otherwise, if you want to move further, you'd have to use your attack
Okay.
action and replace it with movement.
Yeah.
So right there's good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and fire your bow.
Oh, there's a button for that? I've literally never fired my bow
True,
before.
yeah, there is a button for it. So if you click on
Wow.
the plus whatever next to the bow. All right, the 11's gonna miss. So as you fire the
Rip.
short bow, it off into the distance past the guards.
Dang it.
All right. Anything else you want to do with a bonus action? That would be your last thing.
No, I think I'm good.
All right, Egrid, you're up.
Okay. Is there like a guard that I'm like in range of that I could do a melee attack on?
Both of these guards you would be able to walk up to and do a melee at. You just have to move a little bit. So there's one on the
Okay.
ground that you would have extra bonuses to hit because he's tied up. The other one is standing up in like directly in front of you.
I'll go for the one that's standing up, and I just want to try to hit him with my sword, and I also wanted to do my divine smite with it. So
Absolutely. So go ahead and roll your
I
sword
think-
attack. You don't have to choose to do the divine smite until you know if you hit. So you don't have to waste the spell, basically is what I'm saying.
did that work? Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, okay, so
11?
11's gonna miss this guy. As you bring your great sword down, it kind of slides off the side of him and he dodges out of the way, but he's kind of almost like he's drunk because he just fell off the ladder. He's just kind of moves out of the way, and he's still kind of groggy as he's beginning to pull his own short sword out. That is your action and your movement. If you would like, you can do a bonus action. I don't know what you have for bonus actions necessarily.
I don't think I have really any bonus actions
Okay.
that I could use. Okay.
All right. You can check that. It is under your the actions tab. There should be a little bonus action tab. If you click on it, it'll tell you
It
what you
just
can
says 2-weapon fighting.
do. Okay, so you don't really have anything right now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Neffy is going to she's gonna leave this guy wrapped up in the whip, and then she's gonna pull out her dagger and stab him. She gets advantage. No crit, but it was worth a try. Okay, she does some good damage as she stabs down onto this guy that is tied up on the ground. Then the guards are going to go. This guy's going to try and break out of the whip again and fail again. Dumbass. This guy is going to attack you with a short sword, Egrid. He's going to miss with a 6 to hit you. I can't do anything good today. All right. This guy is going to fire his bow at Crocus since she's the only person he can see. Does a 12 hit you? What's your armor class, Crocus?
Me? Oh, never mind.
Crocus. Oh, you're muted.
God damn it.
You're good.
My armor class is 12. Do I get doinked?
So yeah, you are gonna get boinked.
That's fine.
All right, so you're gonna take a total of 6 points of piercing damage as the arrow hits you.
1, 2, 6 damage.
Yep.
Doink.
And then that is the guard's turn. These ones, They're still sleeping. They're sound asleep. You did some work there, Shisa. The other guards haven't really thought to wake them up. I mean, it would be as easy as like slapping them, but
you know, I really put his ass to sleep. He'd be calling me NyQuil.
Oh my god. Oh, Crocus, you're up. Fergus, you're on deck.
I didn't have a turn last go. I think you missed me by accident.
You sure? Oh, I may have. Maybe I
did. Yeah,
did.
because my previous turn, remember, I slipped down the ladder a wee bit, and that was it.
Okay.
Whereas I didn't do anything.
Maybe I did. Maybe I missed it. My bad.
That's okay. Right, well, I'm gonna go back around the normal side of the ladder and go up to the top of the ladder and go into the watchtower, and I'm gonna attack the guard that is awake.
Okay.
Do you think he will have noticed me come up or no?
You can roll a stealth check with your bonus action.
Mm-hmm. Only a 12.
Okay, with a 12, let's see if he sees you. Yeah, he does turn around and see you.
Okay, then I am... I am going to stab him with my rapier. Just...
Okay, perfect.
With his ass.
So yeah, you run up here to stab with your rapier. I want to give a huge shout out. Thank you to Ink Bites. Thank you so much for the raid. I've been bitten. The hard drive's here, baby. Thank you, hard drive. Thank you so much, Inky, for joining us and sharing your community with me. Welcome everybody. This is Dungeons and Dragons. We are fighting some evil slave owners and killing them really easily because as the DM, I can't roll very well to kill the good guys. So I guess the good guys are gonna win. We'll see. D&D is where it be. Welcome. I hope that you guys have fun watching. It's a really awesome campaign with a great cast. So rapier attack is a 12 is gonna miss on this guy.
I haven't. That was my stealth. I've not rolled my rapier.
Oh, that
yet.
was your. Oh yeah. Okay. Roll your. Sorry.
So I just hit the +4. Yeah, beside my rapier.
Yep, click on the +4. Yep. You got.
Oh.
Thank you so much for the raid, Inky. All right, yeah, 19's gonna hit for 4 plus. You're actually not gonna get sneak attack damage on this one, so you're gonna get 4.
1d8 plus 2.
Yeah, so it was 2 plus 2 is just 4. Okay, so you got total of 4 damage as you stab into this guy. And,
wait, do I not roll the? Oh, does it do it already in one go?
Yeah, it rolled it for you already in
cool.
roll 20.
Cool.
So yeah, your rapier, it's kind of like a pointed sword that like a fencer would use, and you use it to stab into his chest area. It doesn't do quite as much damage as you wanted because he kind of dodges out of the way of most of it, but you are staring down somebody who is pretty mortally wounded already. He's been hit by an arrow. He's been now stabbed by you, and he's fighting for his life, which can be the most dangerous kind of person. All right, so then Fergus, go again because that was your turn that we missed. So go ahead and do your turn for this round now.
And
then we'll do Leon.
Can I attack with both daggers at the same time? I can, right?
You can. It would take your action and your bonus action.
Let's do it. Let's fuck this guard up.
All right. Go ahead and roll your first attack. A 20 is gonna hit.
Yo.
Go ahead and roll the damage. No sneak attack.
Oh, sorry. I rolled both. I rolled both hits, but I haven't rolled the damage.
Oh, well, both are gonna hit.
Okay.
All right. So,
and it's already done. It's already done the damage as well, right? I think.
It just rolled them. Yeah. All right. So the first one, 4 damage. As you stab into the guard with your first dagger, he's holding onto your hand, your little blue hand, as the dagger is stabbed into him, and he's letting out a. And as your other dagger comes down, where do you want to finish him? Do you want to go face, neck? You kill this guy with the second hit. So
I'm gonna go.
Describe it. How do you finish this guy off? Not too graphic.
I grab my other dagger and I just smack it straight into the middle of his chest and
What is
smash
that?
it down with my other hand and just twist
He
it.
he slowly shudders as blood drips out of his mouth, and he dies.
Later, bitch.
Later, bitch. All right.
Yes, bitch.
So, as you are having this kind of moment of triumph, you hear that crash from inside the estate again, and mostly just Crocus hears it actually, because the rest of you are pretty distracted.
What did I hear?
You hear a crash, like a loud crash and a thud from inside the estate, and the two half-orc butlers run out of the estate, and they are like screaming and yelling as they run out, and behind them is a short, stout man with a handlebar mustache, and as he comes out, he's staggering, almost like he's drunk. And he puts his hand on the door frame, flings the door open. Looking out at you, Crocus, you look back and you see Oswald Nickelbottom.
Oh my
And
god.
He's probably 4'9", and again, very stout and kind of wide with that handlebar mustache. And you hear him say, "What are y'all doing on my property?" And as he yells, you see his eyes are glowing this reddish color, and his skin is changing from this normal kind of human-looking skin to this kind of palish pink and red color, and he is growing in size.
Oh, that's new.
Leon is going to attack this guy who's down and try and finish him off. Does hit, and any damage is going to kill this guy because he's almost dead. So Leon comes down with his flail and bashes this dude's skull in, and that guard is done. And then he's going to move up here so this guard can't run away easily. Shisa, you're up. Egrid, you're on deck.
Okay, let's
You hear this as well. You hear Oswald come out, and he looks like he is shape-shifting in some way.
I'm hella nervous of that guy. I think I'm just gonna try to finish off the other guy in the back with maybe I'll run up and try to stab him.
All right. Go ahead and let's see, 5,
with
10,
my dagger.
15. Yep. Go ahead and roll your dagger attack. 7's gonna miss as you run up. It's not really your forte to do this kind of thing. As you run up and stab and miss.
Oh well.
You can still inspire or any other.
I think I'll inspire Moonsy because I mean Crocus, because I'm a little worried that Crocus is out there really close to the shape-shifting guy.
Okay.
Thank
Good to know. All right, so Fergus and Moonsy are both inspired.
Hype, 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 hype.
Crocus. All right. Egrid, you are up. You also hear, everyone hears this guy come out of his estate.
Okay, I want to try to finish off this mob close to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think I finally hit.
Yes.
Does that actually finish him off?
That is actually, let me think. Oh, I gotta roll his damage on what he took when he fell. This will depend on what I roll here. 2, 3, 2, and 3. Yeah, that's gonna do it. The 9's gonna do it.
Die, evil beast! And I stab him through his heart, and he goes falling to the ground, and then I stand over him and start doing the teabagging motion. And then
Your armor clanks as you do it.
And then I quickly start running towards the shapeshifter and Moonsy.
Okay. 5, 10, 15,
as
20,
far
25,
as I
30.
can.
You can get there.
Yeah.
All right, Egrid, epic. Neffy is going to crawl her way up the side of the watchtower and into the window here to check on Fergus. And seeing that you're doing okay, she is She's going to just chill there because that's all of her movement. Let's see. These guards are going to roll here. Neither of them wake up. Fuck. I hate my life. Crocus. Crocus, you're up. Fergus, you're on deck.
God. Okay, I'm gonna do Blessing of Moira again.
Okay.
We'll see what we get.
Let's see what you get. The sleep was really clutch.
Donk. 1. Oh, I got corn. Let's go.
You got corn. I forgot
I
that's
got
what one
corn.
is. Yeah, a one is just you just get an ear of corn. It's
I'm
nice
gonna...
sweet corn.
Can I wait? Can I do magic stone on corn?
Yes. Oh wow.
Can I want to throw the corn at Nickelbottom.
All right. All right. So
Fuck you.
A 16 is gonna hit Nickelbottom. As you create the corn, you reach down, create the corn, and then use magic stone on it to fling it at Nickelbottom. The ear of corn hits him square in the chest, and he lets out an angry roar.
Get shocked, bitch!
He goes, he says, oh, what is it? I don't even know a good one-liner. He doesn't say anything. He just roars. He just lets out a... And, Fergus, you're up. You got 2 sleeping guards next to you, and you see from the edge of the watchtower, Oswald Nickelbottom has run out and made his appearance.
Well, because I... wait, where is it? I can do sneak attack because they're asleep.
Correct.
So I'm gonna do sneak attack on... I can only do it once a turn, so I'm just gonna do sneak attack on the closest guard to me.
Okay, you got it.
So
you roll a dagger attack with advantage. So roll twice,
Yeah.
take the higher number. And then if you hit, it's actually automatically going to crit.
Okay, so for some reason it's doing it again in the website. So the first roll is 15 and the second roll is 21.
Yeah, so they're both good. So that attack is going to hit. So what happens is you get an automatic crit. Go ahead and roll your damage. So sneak attack and dagger damage. Roll both of those and then we'll do the crit damage.
Okay, so the dagger rolled a 6 and the sneak attack rolled a 3.
Okay, so 6 plus 3 is 9. And then you automatically get the maximum damage that the dagger can do, which is 4 for the dice, because it's a d4, right? So you add that onto the 9 that you already had, so that's up to 13. And then you get the max sneak attack damage, too, for the crit, which is a d6, right? So 13 plus 6 is...
19.
19 damage. You kill this guy in one hit. As he's sleeping, you don't even need to like stab down at him. You just kind of like slice his throat and move on.
Later, bitch.
Silently, quietly.
The best way to do that.
You kill that motherfucker. He's dead. All right, he's gone.
He fucking
He's
dead.
fucking dead.
Fuck him up, bestie.
Okay,
So
well, because this person's asleep, can I just drag them by the heels and throw them off the watchtower?
Not in the same turn you attacked.
Okay. Then I will, because they're asleep, I will use a rapier and try and just kind of, I guess, like stab it through their throat. Because obviously, like, it's easier for me to hit them because they're asleep. Because I can literally just be like...
you've already done your attack for this turn. So you killed somebody, you did your attack for the turn. So now you can do any of your bonus actions or movement.
Okay. Let me pick. Well, I'll just is that Neffy in the is Neffy in the tower with me or under the tower?
Yep, she's in the tower.
I'm just gonna stand. I'm gonna move and stand beside Neffy. Just, you know, power in numbers, I guess.
You got it. All right, Oswald. He is going to continue his shapeshift. As he does, he grows this disgustingly long neck that kind of jolts out of his body, and his head is at the end of it, and that head kind of turns into this almost like snake-like, this almost snake-like visage. He grows spider legs, so he has the body of a spider but the head of a snake, and he shapeshifts to grow 3 times his size. And as he does, he moves here to Crocus, scuttling, making this horrifying noise.
Ooh,
And as he
icky.
runs up to you, Crocus, he's going to make his 2 attacks on you.
All right,
The
let's
first is
go.
with his claw. It's going to be a 16 to hit, which is going to hit you. And that's going to be 4 points of slashing damage as he claws at you with his spider claw. The other attack is going to be his bite attack. And that one is also going to hit for a total of 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh, lordy.
And as he bites into you, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. So in the very top left of your character sheet, there's the saving throw box. Click on the Constitution one. The very top left of your character sheet.
I have 14.
A 14 is going to be fine. So as he bites into you, you feel a pump of poison enter your body, but you're able to fight it off. And it doesn't take effect on you. With
Do
your
I still take
Constitution
6 damage?
Yeah, you do still take the 6 damage
Okay.
along with the claw attack, which I think was 4 damage.
Uh-oh. Besties, I'm getting fucked up.
All right, and that is Oswald's turn. Leon is going to immediately see what's going on, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10. He's going to run up here. As he does, he can't do anything else but run up. Shisa, you are here by the ladder, at the back of the watchtower. You can see this creature run up on Moonsey, on Crocus. What would you like to do? You might be muted.
Wait, who?
You.
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 Shisa.
Me?
Yeah, Shisa.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wait.
Oh,
Sorry. What's up? What's up?
We're about.
Your turn.
Yeah.
So you're back
Dude,
here.
I'm so scared of this guy. I don't know what to do.
He is
This is terrifying for
quite
me.
creepy. He's like,
I'm
if you've ever seen
I-
the horror movie The Thing, he kind of looks like The Thing right now.
Fuck, man.
Ew.
Shit. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I think, is what can I do? I think I'm going to use I'm gonna use my poison spray on him. I'll try
right.
to.
All right. What is the range on poison spray? Is that 10 feet or 30 feet?
10 feet.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can just barely get to him from right there.
Alright, yeah, I'll poison him right there.
Okay. He rolls a fail, so go ahead and roll your damage. 2 poison damage is going to do that to him. He does not seem super affected by poison damage.
Okay.
As the creature, you can see it is somewhat kinship to you in that it has a snake-like appearance. So the poison might be not the best option for damage, but you've learned that now with this attack.
Yeah.
All right. Egrid, you are up. This unholy creature in front of you.
I'm like, I can't do a lay on hands and an attack in the same, like I can only do one of those a turn, right?
Correct.
How much health does Moonsey have?
She's looking
for
hurt.
it.
Do you think that I can like just like pretend like my turn's not over and heal her really quick?
With a bonus action,
Yeah.
you can do, if you have healing word, yeah.
I don't have healing word. I have cure wounds.
Cure wounds is an action. So
Sheesh. Okay,
yeah.
sorry. My bad.
okay.
Never mind.
It's okay, bestie. We're good. We're vibing.
Okay,
yeah,
I guess
Egrid-
I'll do.
up to you.
Yeah, I'll do lay on hands, which
Okay.
I'm like, I haven't used this one yet, so give me it.
All right, so
Lay
with
on
lay on
hands
hands,
pool.
yeah, you have a pool of healing that you can use, and it should be based on like your level, I think.
Yeah.
So it'll
And I
tell you
can
how much
just
you got.
use it as I want.
Yep, as much as you want in each go. So, for example, if somebody was unconscious, you could give them 1 healing point, and that would bring them back up to life, and that'd be good, you know, during combat. In this case, it's up to you. She looks really hurt.
If her full HP is 4, I could just heal her for her full HP.
She's at 4 HP.
Oh. And the full HP was 10, so I'll just heal for 6, I guess.
Okay.
So then I just take 6 away.
Dude, you guys didn't forget about your temporary hit points that you got, right? You didn't forget about the 5 extra hit points that
Oh, I
gave
did
you?
forget about those.
Okay, make sure you add those to the top right of your health pool.
I added mine.
Okay.
But
All right, so Crocus, that was through your extra HP that you're down to 4 HP, right?
Yeah, through my extra.
Hey, that's
yeah.
pretty cool, actually. If you think about that, your breakfast rolls actually saved your life here, saved you from going unconscious.
Yeah, breakfast is poggers.
All right,
That's
so
why you should eat your breakfast.
you heal for 6. So go ahead and heal 6 up to 10.
okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Egrid.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
And then Neffy is going to crawl over here and attack this guy with her dagger. She hits and auto crits, and she's going to wake him up. And the guard is going to swing out at her. Rolls with disadvantage. He still hits though. As he wakes up and comes to, he is going to deal a little bit of damage to Neffy as he swings out from his unconscious state with his sword. And Crocus, you're up. Fergus is on deck.
Okay.
So Crocus, you are approached by this monstrosity of a creature.
Yo, he's crusty. I'm
Doobie.
gonna do Blessing of Moira again.
All right. 11.
I got 11, so that is a small flaming bulb that can be thrown. It deals fire damage equal to 3 times your level in a 15 feet spear on impact.
All right. So in this case, it would be 6 fire damage because you're level 2, right? So when you throw it, it'll deal 6 fire damage to a 15-foot area.
Ooh. Can I throw it behind him?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it behind him
All right.
and set shit on fire. Let's
Okay.
go.
Nice. So you're actually going to set this entire area on fire behind him, just kind of catching him in it.
Yeah.
All right. Making sure to keep your party safe.
And then I'm gonna do Shillelagh as my bonus action.
All right.
Shillelagh.
And don't piss my box stick. I
Yeah,
haven't. I hit people with it. It's great.
Very nice. All right. With that 4 extra there, that ends Crocus's turn. Fergus, you're up.
Okay.
You're in the watchtower. This guard is awake. Neffy did a lot of damage to him, though. And he's still on the ground.
I am gonna be bold. I'm gonna ignore the guard.
Mhm.
I'm gonna walk up to the window and I'm gonna use my short bow and I'm gonna shoot at Oswald.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack. A 13 is going to hit Oswald. And it's going to deal 9 points of damage. As you all are fighting Oswald here in his monstrosity form, you see an arrow fly down and hit him in the neck. Like the Hydra from Hercules, he reels back and his big long neck and face are pointed towards Fergus in the window.
Oh.
It is Oswald's turn. I need...
Wait, I was gonna
yes.
back up and just how much HP is Neffy on? They're full HP, right?
Neffy is... She took a little bit of damage. from the the attack.
I'm
from
gonna
this guy.
back up and just go to the bottom of the ladder. Then I'm gonna completely just leave.
Okay. If you back away from him, he's gonna get an attack of opportunity on you. You okay with that? Or you want to use your bonus action to disengage?
Well, yeah, I can disengage. Yeah, I'll disengage.
You use your bonus action then to disengage and go to the ladder. And that's your movement for the turn. Can't get down the ladder yet.
That's fine.
All right. Oswald is going to whip his head back around. His like back end is kind of on fire as he is going to, let's see here. Let me see here. Let's see. Okay. So Crocus, Egrid, and Leon, I need you to make me Constitution saving throws as it opens its maw and lets out this cloud of poison gas in front of himself. Constitution saving throws in the top left. All right, so a 20 is going to be fine. Leon and Crocus are both going to fail here. You are going to take... Wow, lucky. 1 point of poison damage.
Ooh. Dunk.
Very lucky. All right. Oswald then, at the end of his turn, as he is taking damage, you're feeling the ground shake beneath your feet. Every time he takes damage. And Fergus, Neffy, and the guard, as you're all on the top of the watchtower, you feel it the most. Being in a like a risen structure, you feel that shaking more than anybody else. And as Oswald's red eyes kind of look at you all and span across the area that you're all fighting in, that shaking turns into rattling, turns into almost like an earthquake as this large pit opens up in the ground beneath the watchtower. It begins to open. The ground begins to crack and break, creating this large pit. Shisa, I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. Fergus, I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. Neffy and the guard also need to roll dexterity saving throws.
What?
All right.
No.
So,
are you all right?
Fergus, as you're on the ladder about to climb down, the watchtower begins to fall as the earth near the edge of it gives way to a large hole. And you jump off the ladder, do a somersault, and parkour roll off it onto the ground safely.
Oh my god.
Neffy needs to roll. Neffy does the same, but instead she leaps out of the window and lands on the edge of the hole that is being created, and with her spider legs latches on. Shisa, with a 5, you begin to slip and lose your balance, sliding slightly into this hole that is cracked open in the ground. As you're looking down in this hole, you are terrified, she says. You're holding on to the edge of the ground. You are now considered prone, being like knocked down. You are sliding down the edge of this embankment towards what looks like a fiery pit beneath the ground. As the ground gives way and the magma begins to rise up, Shisa, on your turn, which is next, you will need to roll a strength or dexterity saving throw again, and if you fail, you will slide further towards the magma and flames beneath this slavery plantation. As Oswald is looking around, you can actually almost sense fear on this creature's face as its own plantation is beginning to give way. And you hear it speak. You hear Oswald speak. And he says,
"No, it's not time. I can fix this. I can fix it. Please don't take it from me."
Oh.
and you hear a familiar voice.
You had your chance.
Uh-oh.
And that is where we're going to pick it up next time on the
Jeez.
next
Oh
session.
shit! It's already over.
Yeah, that's been 3 hours. So I hope you guys had fun. And we'll pick it up next time.
So fun. Oh
All
my
right.
goodness.
So thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for playing. I want to make sure everyone gets out of here on time. We respect everyone's time. Shisa, you can think of what your backup plan is for getting out of this situation. And
Can I inspire myself?
You cannot. I don't believe. That
Dang
guard, by
it.
the way, falls out of the window and into the magma and dies. He failed his saving throw. All right.
Oh, he's creepy.
So we'll pick that up next time.